dear everyone. Yeah, we're getting on the trend, the gravy train. We're getting on that pesty build, baby. Plague of the Outcasts. Yeah, we've done a build. We're going to test it out. Like most things, there's a lot of builds going around. There's some using Virtuoso. There's some using Lengmo, like we're using today. Some even using the Striker build for the pesty. But this is what we've got. So straight into it. We're running Gunner. It's just because I like the ammo basically. But with Gunner, I think it's what you get. Your team gets damage to target out of cover, I think it is. But we're doing that. And I actually, before this video, make sure you put LMG on your specialization. You get that extra 15%. Because I know that for most of mine, I have only assault rifles, SMGs, and shotguns on there. So I've had to change that to LMG now. We have got the pesty, obviously the piece de resistance of this build, which has the talent of Plague of the Outcasts. Hit apply a debuff dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, 100% of the stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. So you get an extra damage for free, basically. And the reason why this is so popular right now, well, one of the main reasons is that it got a slight damage increase on its actual bullet profile, but it also got an RPM increase to 850. I know it says 935 there, but it's 850. I think 935 is because gear I've got on, etc., and the modifiers at the moment. But it is a great weapon. It's steady as anything, and it just hits like a truck. We've got, and first of all, it's all red, so there are a couple of pieces here that are a bit unicornish to get, but we're going for coyotes, and you'll see in a minute when you look at the stats, this is just to bring our critical hit chance and damage up when we're shooting in certain ranges, and it helps our team. Chest, glass cannon for life, we're going for it. We have got a Lengmo chest, and as you can see, we've got the 3-piece Lengmo, so we're getting that 30% LMG damage at the end. The rest of it we don't really care about. We just want that big, beefy 30% LMG damage. We've rolled red onto it because Lengmo's a blue, I want to say. Well, it's not red anyway. This one does have headshot damage on it, but it is a unicorn piece. So I would prefer to have crit hit damage there, but we're going with what we have. Glass cannon. We're going to hit harder, basically. Buff up our weapon damage and buff up that Plague of the Outcasts. Holster, Lengmo piece again. This is really low. Obviously, I haven't got the resource to optimize at the moment, but crit hit chance, crit hit damage, weapon damage. And on the back, we've got the name piece, the backbone. This is, again, we've swapped out the core to a weapon damage, and we got crit hit chance, damage, and we got a chance mod on here. Perfectly unstoppable force, so we're killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 7% for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. So it's a bit more solo-y, this talent. But, you know, you go into countdown, it will still work. You're still getting kills at left, right, and centre. It will stack, and it's a bit better than... Well, you could use... I wouldn't say better. You could use Vigilance here. It's just the fact that with an LMG with 100 bullets, you're going to be standing up quite a lot shooting your weapon. So that Vigilance is going to get knocked off with 3 seconds here or there every now and then. On the gloves, we've got the named contractors for that damage to armour. We've got crit damage on it. And on the knees, we've got Fox's Prayer because we want damage to target out cover. Also, obviously, with the gloves, it's Petrov, so you get an LMG damage as well, 10%. So skills, you use what you like. I'm definitely running a Reviver Hive, and I've got the Banshee Pulse on because it's really, really strong. All in all, we are sitting around, this is unoptimized, of course, we've got about 48.7. When we've optimized it, I think it's going to be about 50%, but of course we've got the coyotes on as well. I'd like it to be higher, but we're running an LMG. And we've got 112 critical hit damage, and we've got 93 headshot damage. Damage armor, 8%. One of the things I will mention to help you get to that crit chance is on the weapon itself, we have this roll to detox, and we've got crit chance rolled onto it. Because when that was optimized, I think it's 9.5%, 10%, I think it is at the top level. That really helps if you crit chance on the LMG. I do have a detox and a damage to armor one, but it's that chance that really mocks up because it's all about that high damage you're getting with your first bullet, which helps with the plague and everything like that. But as you can see, we're in the range. Range isn't great, I will give you that, for these sort of things, but just use it as a base. So we'll just stack this up, get it going. And obviously this is unoptimized, okay? So we've just planted 100 bullets in. You can see we get 1,000,000 ticks on the Plague of the Outcasts. So that's great. We're going for the head now. You can see on the left, we're doing crits of about 70. We've almost got 1,000,000 damage there. And once... see that, 770. But we're getting 1,000,000 tick, basically. But what I will say is what you can't really demonstrate here. I'll try. Is all out. We got the kill. We got close range now. We've got some close range modifiers. But with this, we'll stack this up again. The close damage. We're obviously getting a higher crit. But you can see now our tick is going 1.1. 1.2. 1.2, and it's gone up as high as 1.4 times. Okay, so we're almost at 1.3. We are at 1.3 there. It just keeps going, and the modifiers I've got going on, you won't be able to see them, but we've got all out, and I think I've got liability to do that 30% more short range damage, just getting people's faces. We've got retributions for the medium, so we can get more crit chance if we need it. And we got persistence on, so we get those nice little multi-zone buffs as well. Okay, but yeah, it's not, this build I think is the best. Glass cannon's not for you. You can use something like obliterate if you like, but you can just see it's just ticking away now. We're just sat here, but I think it's the best move. I've seen other creators and they go with Lengmo as well. You know, it's not something that I've just brought out of my head. I've seen it other places as well, and you take that spot. Plus, I've seen Virtuoso builds. The problem with Virtuoso builds, you might get some nice damage and a nice, really high, like 2.8 mil tick I've seen. But you've got to play the game in a certain way to build that. You need to go long range, short range, medium range. Whereas this, you just sit down and shoot. Basically, you just post up and shoot. The other variation that I have seen floated around is swapping out the coyotes for another Lengmo piece and then putting on the Centurion Scabbard. So you can switch your weapons, get that fire rate, and to get that 50% magazine size and that swap speed. Basically, if you go to your pistol and go back to your LMG after a second, it will be already reloaded with 150 in the mag. So it is pretty good. This is how I've built mine. Okay, but I'll show you some footage. Give it a go. Pesty is alive again. Glass cannon for life, basically. Alright. Thanks for checking us out. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Okay, so we're just going to run Lincoln Memorial. Oh, we've got snakes already. Fuck off.
The true sense will be a direct threat to the campus.
Right, okay, that... Oh! Where'd you come from? Oh, we don't care about that. Regen my health, please. Thank you.
Find a way to open that gate.
Snakes are a bastard, especially when they don't pop up on your screen. Look at that, the tick's just doing it. Look at that. We'll just post up. Easy work. Look at that. No trouble at all. Don't have to be in such a rush with this build, because once you put some bullets into somebody, they are going to go down. And I think this will help with modifiers, because they are look at that. Let's just go do some killing. Get him. Right. And you see the plague symbol above their heads. Look. We waited long enough. Ooh. We'll run around this side then, because I didn't see that he was a snaky snake. That's helped with him, and that's killed the one at the background. So that's good. Sometimes you just don't look at the symbols, and I didn't see he was a snake. He just stripped my armor. You can see he's still got damage. You don't have to run strikers. That's what I'm finding, that everything I go to do, yeah, strikers is the best. But there's other ways to do things. Sometimes, just sometimes, they could be fun as well. But how many snakes? Like, Christ, they love snakes in this game. He's gonna die on his own. We didn't care he was a snake because he was the last one, and we were going to get a regen out of it. But that's fine. But how many have we had in this run already? I'm not liking the concentration of snakes. That was pretty. Grab over that railing like an old man. Crikey. You see that tick? We got one more. Oh, we got a tick somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, why are we getting up here? I didn't even know you could get up there. Crikey. Let's just try to jump over the railing. Okay, well that was alright. I thought there was another spawn, to be honest with you.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs.
Oh, how many snakes?
From their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with.
Great spot for
Go. I do forget the spawns on this one. But as you can tell, we were hindered by it because of Plague of the Outcasts just picking up
That should keep them from getting
the
more
bullshit of my gameplay. But this is just going to be... Oh, look at that. We've got to run. There we go.
Good work.
Nice.
Go on ahead back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
I did think I was going to stack it to the dirt then. But we got through it. And we got through it relatively quick. But yeah, that's it. It's quite fun. The ticks help you out, basically. You don't have to be stood up all the time. That's 7:50. 7 to 10 minutes. Good. Alright. But yeah, check you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.